Hey everybody, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. And today's episode is something that I originally wanted to share on the day when I just turned 34 years old last month. Now, throughout Princess Sofia's TV series, we've seen several episodes where a certain character had a birthday on. For example, Bailiwick had his birthday in Bailiwick's Day Off, Jade had her birthday in The Little Witch, Amber and James had their birthday in Two Princesses and a Baby, King Roland had his birthday in Her Royal Spyness, and of course Wendell had his birthday, which was foiled in Minimus is Missing. However, we still never saw Princess Sofia's birthday until her 100th episode. But is it any good in my opinion? Well, let's take a look and find out. Airing on television on January 5th, 2018, this is The Birthday Wish. Now let's get started. It is Princess Sofia's birthday, but sadly, her party turns into a disaster. When she wishes to relive her birthday again, Ruby's fairy godmother Tizzy grants her wish. The next day, Sofia wakes up to find that it is her birthday again, and she decides to take this opportunity to have a happy one. However, Sofia realizes that she will continue to relive her birthday until she has a truly happy one. So, what do I think of this episode? Well, in my opinion, while it was a bit of a roller coaster, I found this episode to be unique and very special. And to further explain what I mean, let's head over to Mustang Notes. Now, firstly, as I said before, this is the 100th episode in Princess Sofia's TV series. Secondly, the moral of this episode is always look on the bright side, which is what I mostly have been doing lately, either on this YouTube show or on Facebook. Even though I don't really understand why certain people lash out or ridicule me for doing so. Thirdly, like Undercover Fairies, Pin the Blame on the Genie, A Very Mystic Wasalia, and Princess Jade, this is another episode written by Matt Hoverman, who back in 2018 commented on my Undercover Fairies blog. Fourthly, this episode chronologically takes place between the Mystic Isles and the Princess and the Protector, which kinda explains why Sofia's enchantlet does not appear in this episode. Fifthly, according to the show's creator, Craig Gerber, this episode was originally planned to premiere before Too Cute to Spook, but for some unknown reason, it was held back until January 5th, 2018. Also to note, this episode is a nod to the 1993 Bill Murray comedy Groundhog Day. Now, what are my thoughts on the animation? Well, in my opinion, the CGI animation by Toei is still great, and while Sofia's birthday was a disaster throughout certain parts, I did like what it featured, like balloons and party hats with Sofia's face, along with gifts, games, cake, and the father-daughter dance. Plus, some of the guests who attend Sofia's birthday include Ruby, Jade, Vivian, Crackle, Hugo, Jin, Desmond, Xandar, June, and more. As for the story, well, the time loop plot is not only a nod to the Groundhog Day movie, but it's also similar to the first Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas segment, Donald Duck Stuck on Christmas, where Donald's nephews wish that it could be Christmas every day. And it's hard to believe that this was one of the first two films that I blogged after I moved into my own apartment. Plus, a couple years before I moved here, I also blogged another film that includes a time loop, which was Sunset's Backstage Pass from the Equestria Girls series. Also, during said time loop, there are a few running gags, like Crackle having the hiccups, Sofia's birthday dress getting damaged, her cake getting destroyed, and James letting loose a flying toy carriage. And I just can't believe that it goes on for about 38 days in a row. Man. And now, let's talk about the episode's song, Gonna Be Great, performed by Sofia's animal friends, Clover, Mia, Robin, and whatnot, while Sofia is getting ready for her birthday. To me, this song is really catchy, mostly due to Clover being the lead singer, and I like the parts where Mia and Robin sing backup, and where Whatnot does music with two nuts. Plus, I like the part where Clover and the animals show a slideshow of things to come on her birthday, and where Bailiwick presents Sofia with a new dress made by Madame Colette. Also to note, I feel like this song is pretty similar to A Little Bit of Food from Once Upon a Princess, and I consider this as an underrated birthday song next to the Happy Birthday song from the Splash Dance album. And now, let's talk about the characters and their voice actors. Now, I'll only be talking about the ones who stick out the most in this episode. Our main character and birthday girl, Princess Sofia, is voiced by Ariel Winter, whom was a young Kyrie in the Kingdom Hearts game series, Marina from Jake and the Neverland Pirates, a few of Thumper's sisters in Bambi 2, Macy in Winx Club, young Trixie in Speed Racer, Marlene in the complete version of Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Penny Peterson in DreamWorks' Mr. Peabody and Sherman, and Smurf Lily in Smurfs The Lost Village. In this episode, Sofia has just turned 11 years old, and she hopes to have a great and happy birthday. Unfortunately, her party turns into a big mess, and after making a wish, Sofia has to go through her birthday day after day until she has a truly happy one. In my opinion, I do understand that Sofia has always been a girl who likes things to not go wrong, even with her knack of looking on the bright side of things. And I feel real sympathy for her when her birthday turns into a disaster. Plus, I just can't believe that she would give a death stare, which seems like something that Fluttershy would do. Thankfully, when she's going to relive her birthday for the 38th time, she learns that trouble-free is not the same as truly happy, and Clover advises her to look on the bright side. And after getting her birthday dress stained with propeller plum juice, I like that she gets more plums and splats her dress until it is covered in polka dots. And after James's dog Rex trashes everything, I like that Sofia makes no big deal about it, for she knows that despite any mishaps, she will have a great birthday because she has all of her friends and family to celebrate it with her, which I thought was really, really sweet. Now, I know I already mentioned Ruby, Jade, and several of the other party guests, so let's move on to Ruby's fairy godmother, Tizzy, once again voiced by Melissa Roch, whom was in The Big Bang Theory, Batman and Harley Quinn, and Star versus the Force of Evil. Now, for those who don't remember, Tizzy was introduced in the episode In a Tizzy, where she was having a difficult time making somebody's dream come true and earning her wings, and she succeeded by helping Ruby win the Dunwitty Pedal Power race. Anyway, during this episode, after showing up late, Tizzy learns about the ruined birthday party from Ruby. Overhearing Sofia's wish to redo her birthday, Tizzy casts a spell that causes Sofia to relive her birthday. Unfortunately, due to Tizzy failing to read the full details of the spell, this ends up trapping Sofia in a time loop, as the spell requires Sofia to have a truly happy birthday before it can be broken. In my eyes, Tizzy is still a fun character, and while she's not as over-supportive as she was in a Tizzy, she can be a bit absent-minded. And now let's move on to my final words. Overall, for the 100th episode in Princess Sofia's TV show, the birthday wish is a pretty good one. The animation is great, despite a couple goofs. I like that Sofia gets to celebrate her 11th birthday, despite it becoming a big disaster. And while she wasn't happy with the catastrophes that befall her, what really helps her case is that she wants to make her birthday great, not just for herself, but for everybody else. Also, I thought it was wonderful to see Tizzy again after 3 years, and I thought she made a decent minor supporting character while helping Sofia have a truly happy birthday. As for the entertainment, well, there's enough variation with each time loop to make it entertaining. I like how Sofia learns to look more on how she has a birthday to spend with the people she loves, and I like how the moral teaches viewers that you can't avoid all the bad things that come at you at life, but you can turn things around in order to make them work for you. As for my rating, I'll give it a 98% out of 100. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to join me next time, where we finally begin 2024 Nightmare Month. Mustang Power.